All right, what's up with it? People been asking me for a while my prediction on Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder. And I've saved it for this moment because I want it to be fresh in your head, when you go see the fight. Now, I've already expressed before how reluctant I am to bet against Tyson Fury. I learned that a long time ago from people like Floyd and stuff like that. There's some people that you just can't count out. They'll always rise to the occasion. They'll always surprise you. That is Tyson Fury. Because Lord knows nobody's seen him beating Klitschko, and nobody thought he could beat Deontay Wilder the first time. But yet, here he stands, and here he is. I don't know what more of a reason you need to have faith in him. Now, even though I have faith in Tyson Fury, I've also expressed the political side of things, because I always look at it from that angle first. Because if you don't, and a decision happens in boxing and it leaves you scratching your head, it's because you didn't try to understand boxing beyond slipping a jab, throwing a right hand, and slip countering and rolling. You didn't care to learn about boxing beyond that. I care to learn about the political and the money side first, because boxing is the last thing on our itinerary when it comes to boxing, as is any sport. Money first, sport second. That's all sports. So I look at it from that angle so I can understand greater what's going on. And when you look at Tyson Fury, I've already explained to you guys he's going up against something much bigger. I'm going to explain it one more time. You have to understand that before Deontay Wilder, America hasn't had a champion in over 10 years. And here it is today. We have nobody to replace Deontay Wilder. You want to know why Deontay Wilder's been protected beyond reason? It's because it's not just Deontay Wilder. The truth is, Deontay Wilder represents American heavyweight legacy because he is the last Mohican, okay? He is our only representation. That tells you how far American heavyweight boxing has fallen. He is our only representation. We have no replacements. There's no spare tires in the trunk when it comes to heavyweights. We do not have it. Wilder is it. So now you can see from an American standpoint why I was so keen to protect Wilder like that. You think they just love Wilder because he's so special like that? No. Like I said, he's the last Mohican. He's the last American heavyweight. That's truthfully what we should call Deontay Wilder. The last American heavyweight. So you have to understand that that's what Tyson Fury is going up against when he steps into that ring, when he steps on this turf, when he sees those judges, and especially when you see that suspect ass referee. I can't think of his name right now. Bayless or whatever his name is. This dude is one of the most suspect referees in the game. He's good at following directions. This is the guy you get when you need certain things to happen in a fight. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just being honest. And yes, I also noticed that that's Mayweather's boy right there too. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But when it comes to Tyson Fury, beyond just fighting that and beyond just fighting America or something like that, the real question I'm asking, and the real question I'm pondering, the real question is, can Tyson Fury survive all those illegal blows? That's the real question, because they're not going to get called. Look at Tyson Fury during the first fight. The very first knockdown was a punch that was clear and utterly behind the freaking head. That's what dropped Tyson Fury the first time. He got hit behind the head. Go watch the fight. Round 10. Just skip to round 10 and go watch the fight and watch Deontay Wilder hit him in the back of his head. Just like he hit Stavern in the back of his head. Just like he hit Luis Ortiz in the back of his head. Okay? His rabbit punching never gets called. It doesn't. It doesn't. That's why on the next Fury of Corruption video, you guys are literally going to see, I'm going to break down the Luis Ortiz fight. And you're going to see more illegal blows thrown in one round than you've seen in about 10 years of boxing. And that's going to be a fact. So my question is, even if he can, even though he's battling, the referees, America, the WBC, even though he's battling all that, at the end of the day, he got to go against that man's illegal punches. That's why you have to lean towards and say, I really don't see Tyson Fury winning. Even if he wins, he's still going to lose. Because the politics of it shows that they can't have Tyson Fury beat Deontay Wilder. You just can't do it. But can he? Yes. You know what I'm saying? People acting like it's so far out that if Tyson Fury wins, in all actuality, I think Tyson Fury will be dominating once again all the way up to probably like the 6th round before it starts to get shaky. He will dominate Wilder again. I don't doubt that. He will dominate that boy again, especially if Deontay Wilder talking about being more patient. Let me tell you why that's a mistake for Deontay Wilder. Being patient is only for people who possess skills. You can't be patient when you're a man that loses every round. Tyson Fury will light your ass up on the scorecards and rack up points out of this world. You can be patient if you want and get outboxed by Tyson Fury and get left in the dust on the scorecards. So actually, Wilder being patient is a bad idea because he doesn't have a skill set to sustain patience. Because what is he going to do while he's being patient? Getting hit. Okay, because he definitely ain't got the skill set to throw hands with Tyson Fury on the same level. He ain't got the ring IQ. Period. So he could be patient if he want, and Tyson Fury gonna rack up them points and show off. So that's why him being patient is a bad idea for him. Tyson Fury talking about he gonna go straight in. No, he not gonna go straight in. He's gonna use a combination of both. He's gonna box, but yet be more aggressive and step into his punches. You know what I'm saying? That's all it is at the end of the day. But my main concern is, can Tyson Fury survive all those illegal blows? Because he will get them and they will let them slide. So it's hard to see Tyson Fury winning, but at the same time, I'm not acting like he can't shock the world because the man does it all the time. I wish him the best. I wish both of them the best in all actuality. But, I just really don't see it. I want to, but even though I feel that way, I'm still going to pull for Tyson Fury. Simply because that's the better thing for boxing. And just because I'm just reluctant to bet against the Gypsy King. But then again, that's me. You can leave your thoughts in the comment section. Bruce Van, I'm out. Oh yeah, now here's a little interesting twist. Why Tyson Fury would win? Well, they need Tyson Fury to win to truthfully justify a third fight. If Deontay Wilder beats Tyson Fury again, I do not see how you can justify having a third fight. So it's probably best in his team interest, believe it or not, that they let Deontay Wilder take a loss so they can justify the third fight, so they can continue to stretch out his career to front like he's been doing something. Like I told you before, just look what they do. Just look how they try. As soon as Deontay Wilder stepped up into the elite division, they started stretching out his opponents. Meaning, as soon as he got to the Luis Ortiz and the Tyson Furies of the world and the Bermain Staverns of the world, what did they started to do? They started to double up on the rematches. You know what I'm saying? Because before then, no fight that Tyson has ever thrown down, you know what I'm saying, warranted a rematch. Hell, him fighting Bermain Stavern was totally unnecessary. You know what I'm saying? Him fighting Luis Ortiz again is totally unnecessary. This is the only fight that you can halfway vindicate it. But if you plan on making a third fight, you're going to need Tyson Fury to actually win to justify that third fight. Because if you beat him again, I don't see how you can justify a third fight. And I know they want very badly to prolong Wilder's career. So that's why I say this fight is hella interested, because I don't look at it from a skill point of view. I'm looking at the politics and the strings that got to be pulled to keep up this facade in front for Deontay Wilder in American heavyweight boxing. That's just a little insight right quick. I'm out.